Hi there, this is Bob. I wanted to shoot a quick video to show how I added a power steering pump to my 1933 Ford pickup truck hot rod. The car already had a Corvette C5 rack and pinion, but I was just running it dry because the engine's in the back of this vehicle, and consequently there's no weight up front. So it's a mid-engine, sits behind the cab, happens to be a 2-liter Cobalt engine with a supercharger, makes about 315 horsepower. And up front I just extended the foot box to accommodate my 6'5" frame. So I can fit in it, but up front is the gas tank and the battery, and now the power steering pump. So what this is out of a 2002 Mini Cooper. And here's the pump right here, and it has 2 plugs. The red and the white cable, can't really, well, there's the plug up there. Red and the white cable provide the power, and I think they're 8-gauge wires. It takes a 100-amp fuse, so it's pretty big. And then this smaller plug right there ends up with this little cable, and it has 3 wires, and that's the trick to using this pump. There's nothing I could find on the internet that shows what those 3 wires go to. One of them is green and white, one of them is yellow, and one of them is violet and white. Turns out that the green and white goes to the ignition switch. The yellow just needs to be pulsed in order to get the pump going. So I've just got it hooked up to a switch on the dashboard, and I momentarily turn the switch on after the ignition's on, and that starts the pump, and then the switch can go back off again. I think the way it was designed in a Mini was for the alternator to provide that pulse of energy, but I just hooked it up to a switch on my dashboard. It has a little reservoir, and then show it to you from this side here. This is the front of the pump. To adapt the high pressure line, which is, I believe it's 10 millimeters. It measures 0.390 in diameter in inches, and the -6 line that I used here is 0.375. So what I did was just machine up a little sleeve that's 390 on one end and 375 on the other end. And I brazed those together, and that made the high pressure adapter. I didn't want to try to use hose clamps on that high pressure line. And then just a couple little 12-inch long -6 hoses that go down to the power steering box down there, which you can probably not see. At any rate, the thing works like a charm. One little cautionary note, on the return line, you'll notice that there's an extra clamp right here. That clamp is to hold a flow control orifice in place, and that orifice was there. I didn't change it, didn't move it. I just replaced the clamp that was on there before, and that puts a little back pressure in the return line, which gives it the proper amount of flow. And the steering actually for this car is just about right with that power steering pump. So anyway, thought you'd like to know how to do that. I couldn't find anything on the internet that describes it, especially where those 3 control wires go. So there you have it. Tune in for my next update. Take care.